Hey guys, welcome back to MaxCast, Dawn of War Unification. Today I have another 1 vs 1 view on Fata Morga. What other map do we have, right? On the northern side, playing Farsight Enclaves, we have MrBlueDude. On the southern side, playing Renegade guard Vraksian Militia, we have Ghidragon. It was said by MrBlueDude that this is actually Rex playing. Let's see if that's true or not. We will never really know. I really like the blue color scheme for MrBlueDude, and he said that that this is a game where we can see some units that we would normally not see, like the ESO units, ESO, whatever you want to call them. Let's see if that's true or not. He goes for 3 Guessas after the Earth Cost Builder. You need 2 to get the optimal opening. Just look at it again. 1 building here, 1 building here, no double build. This is the optimal time. You will get your first Orca out at minute 130 with that. On the other side we have a generator only opener. 1, 2, 3 volunteers, second builder. He has a heck of a lot of resources. Not sure why he's not building the infantry command. Maybe he wants to get infantry command over here, I guess. This cannot be Rex. Look at this. This is not Rex, right? Rex doesn't play like that. The first commander, Orca at 130, coming in, capping really fast because he has like 3 of these. Guessa, he's leaving it a bit. Maybe going for a tier 2 rush. If you leave it a bit, okay, he's not. Commander Farsight coming in and now leaving the generator. Okay, he can, I guess, still go to tier 2 with that if you keep this one around. Need 125 requisition for it. Yeah, other than that we have a super quiet opener. Now getting... Okay, he's getting the recruitment center as I said here. Not really sure about it. You could get it like the normal placement over here. And then here get a turret. The turret is also relatively cheap. For now it's just a hell of a lot of resources not being used. The builders not being used efficiently. Maybe you put one more builder actually. To prevent something happening like this. Yeah, so this is not really looking good for Vraksian Militia. No units out of the field apart from some volunteers is absolutely no good opener, to say the least. He can't even tier 2 rush because he has no recruitment center at home or somewhere, basically. Not using this builder to build these points. Yeah, this is absolutely disaster of an opener. Needs to put some units inside here to add some fire. On the other side, what do we see from MrBlueDude? No tier 2 yet. No, he was getting another of those relay beacons, I think it's called, relay thingies over the landing flare, OLF. Yeah, not getting this point up in time. This point is now upgraded, so he can now move in builder back, but this is disaster. That's why you normally get a building out first. Lol. Not getting this point even as well. But he has this is just so bad. I'm missing the worst. Yeah, put these guys inside here so they can at least be helpful a bit here. They will kill this point over here. There's now Orca here. Not sure if he gets a unit or 2 or not, depending on how his tier 2 timing. No, this is not. Whatever he said there, something with piss. Now he has the recruitment center, needs to build up this point. Oh boy, oh boy. This was shared by MrBlueDude, so this is one of the best showing of Vraksian Militia here. This is, to be honest, quite poor showing of them. Can do so much more with them. For example, click the tier 2 button now. Okay, that's at least on time. But yeah, not getting this point is absolutely hurting him. I'm not sure if he can actually fight with these. Over here, probably not. This is good that he gets some damage done over here, but this is hurting him big time. And yeah, he's getting... Okay, at least the middle, it seems. No units being brought out of here, probably getting some power from it. Waiting for the immediately build of the, what is it called? Research and Development Center, getting the upgrade, increased wave band. Could get now another commander. As the wave band has not been increased yet, I'm not sure if it's faster actually. What is faster? Maybe you can click it in the last second, the tier 2 commander, or else he needs to get, what's it called again? Archon? I think he's a bit late on this. I think you can get the second one out of minute 4:30, so he forgot a minute of, or he did it on as planned, not sure. This is gonna be interesting if this is faster than this one. Now there is finally the Magister out. The Magister with his Black Guard bodyguards would have helped him a hell of a lot earlier. Just there's Archon because it was not on time, so this was actually a misplay by MrBlueDude, forgetting about a minute. There's tier 2 now finished, so the question is now, yeah, we see heavy weapon squads, and I would assume if you have the resources to get the mechanized command, to get a Chimera or two to drive these very expensive models around. Very high on pop cost as well, as you can get multiple models in the squad. Research and Development Center is done. Now getting even Commander Konomi, there you go. Ferocity. Unlocks war gear for Enclave military forces. Okay, getting some pulse carbines. So what is he getting? Yeah, okay, so he's getting some pulse carbines here all around. And there she is. She has two abilities and can be attached to a Weather Squad. One is a quote-unquote retreat option, which allows them to move faster, and the other one is to deal more damage, I think. Let's go here. The heavy weapon team is setting up now. Is not reinforcing yet. Yeah, there's still a lot of pushing going on here. These are Weather with these pulse carbines doing work, it looks. Pulse carbines looks like some rail rifle. Getting now also more Weather upgrades. It will take down this point if uncontested. But I think there will be something against him. No, I thought he has a vehicle on the way, but doesn't look like it for now. There comes in the commanders, Archon and Farsight. Where's Konomi? Ah, she's in the squads, of course. And now the advance will come. There's some battling going on over here for against the heavy weapon squad. Heavy weapon squad actually going down, which is absolutely terrible. So this is not looking good for, let's call him Ghidragon. This is absolutely bummer. A Hellhound, okay. I like that one because there's not a lot of anti-vehicle and the Hellhound does good anti-infantry damage. In comes the drop pods. You can have another command drop pod in a few seconds. It's hard to think about it in the midst of time. And he's not getting anything out of them apart from resources, it looks like. He's getting tier 3. Holy shit. Tier 3 is the ESO upgrade. There we have even Devil Ship that can carry troops and can get some missile pods. That's probably his answer against this Hellhound for now. And of course the Archon does some good AV as well. I think they have good all-around damage. And there comes the Sentinel. Can get... Okay, you need a Tactica, then you get different weaponry. Now it's just a really cool looking Sentinel. I really like that. Also the color scheme looks pretty dope on it. The Archon standing in the middle over here, getting quite a lot of damage on the Sentinel moving in. There's, I think these drop pods are not dealing the highest amount of damage. Okay, they're actually pretty solid. They miss pretty often, it seems. There's the Archon AoE knockback. There's some Beastmen are coming in. I really like those. In tier 2, if they lose morale, they lose control and go rampant even against your units. So that's you need to be mindful of that. The Sentinel on the front is unable to run away and will go down. A lot of volunteers and beastmen getting blobbed in the middle. Again, a minute late on the commander. Commander Shivastu is coming out. Tier 3 is about to finish. Another set of Orcas should come in. This is still the same Hellhound, looking at the HP bar. Getting now the Renegade Tactica. Tier 3 is not on the way. Yeah, just started. I was thinking about the resources piling up. And yeah, at least this is now looking good. Look at all this income. I'm not sure if he got the requisition upgrade, or the power upgrade. Getting now another orbital landing flare, because in about 2 minutes you can have the next one. If he increases his wave bandwidth again, there you go. This reduces the cooldown of these commander orcas, like 30 seconds with each research. Not only getting like access to more commander options, it also decreases the time you have to wait for the next one. Let's see what upgrades do we see here. There's now 2 squads, 2 models, one getting a last cannon for the Devilfish. There's Commander Shivastos infiltrating all the infantry and commanders. The Devilfish is still visible, and yeah, these beastmen will lose control and now go rampant and absolutely getting murdered. They can get 2 squad leaders, one of which can get them back in shape basically. The last cannon, singular last cannon, killed the Devilfish troop carrier very fast. And now we have a last cannon support against infantry, actually hitting Konami in the side. There you go, the Hellhound is pretty saving him against these blob. So Farsight Enclave needs to make sure, MrBlueDude needs to make sure to have some anti-vehicle. Gun drone, I think they can only get gun drones, right? Yeah, gun drones. They are helpful in the sense that you can reinforce the commander. If like the commander goes down, you can get these gun drones and then can reinforce the commander. There's Rally the Righteous. Now we have the different ESO guys still retaining their weapons, it looks like. No, this is the commander. They are not retaining their weapons, which is just a small hiccup on their side. But yeah, look at those units. You need a vehicle forge, and then you could also get an ESO unit, like the ESO pattern or ESO pattern Weather Scout Sentinel. These vehicles, there's also tier 4 vehicles, are a little different in the cost, a little higher usually, and there's a silent approach from Shivastos. No detection. You have the Renegade Tactica, so you can target this, or you can get the Mastermind or the Vox Operator. Both will detect for you. And there comes another squad of beastmen. These heavy weapon squads getting absolutely ambushed over here. The only thing standing here is this little Hellhound and the command squad over here. The guys also getting in here, the beastmen doing a lot of damage. There's a buff being used by Konami to buff the ESO troops over here. Beastmen getting killed in melee actually by the sergeant, it looks like. There's now the... Look at this sentinel. There's like this samurai ESO guy inside and has this blue weaponry and can get an assortment of weapons, including plasma rifles, missile pods, rail guns and stuff like that. There's the second one actually already. This one has a fusion blaster. How often do you see a fusion blaster mounted on a sentinel? I mean, for real guys, this is so awesome. I like these ESO units. And we have also this Shazra Oblotai 8.0, whatever, these numbers. But yeah, this should be the end. This is more stuff. There we have a Medusa now out. Medusa should, yeah, give a number on these troops. But these are now infiltrated. Not really sure why they're infiltrated. Do they have an infiltration ability? I'm not sure. Please tell me in the comments if you know. But this seems to be closing in. There comes Oblutai. I think this is the one that can emplace in the ground. There in comes some Ogren Berserkers. They can get munching at these sentinels over here. Kicking them actually. Are these Grenadiers? Yeah, the Grenadiers are also pretty dope. Having these hotshot las guns, it looks. And getting some melter guns actually. That's a good call. You could also go for the heavy stubber to slow them, to slow these ESO vehicles and units. But yeah, this is closing in now. Not sure what units he will also get. Is he getting tier 4? Yeah, tier 4. I do not think we will reach tier 4 here anymore. There's now an AoE ability used by who knows who. The Dark Magus is actually out as well. Dark Magus is needed for some late game vehicles and also a pretty good builder in its own right. And for now this is just a slow push to the death, I think, and no giving up for Ghidragon over here. There's a missile launch from Oblutai. Oblutai actually having a melee attack, punching these openings. Not sure if he will. This is nothing he will enjoy. He can jump, so he should jump out of the way. There's Konomi trying to help over here. He's getting a Orca transport before going down, so we have some backfire over here. And I think the Bastion can actually hold up to 4 units, right? No, 3. There's the militia thingy that can hold 4. So standing here and fighting against this is not a good point. He needs to decap to get the resources going down. He has not a lot of units, only 10 supply. He's not using anything else. Tier 4 is on the way, getting another sentinel. The sentinels over here, I think they can decap, should decap here as well. So it's now more about Ghidragon not giving up, which allows MrBlueDude to get some more units on later, because he's about to finish tier 4. He has finished tier 4. So getting now another Orca transport of the commander side. He has the pop, actually lost Archon, will lose Shivastos if he's not careful. These only token berserkers, absolutely amazing in range. Now you can reinforce those. Not sure if Archon had the same how should I say possibility, but Shivastos can be reinforced here using these drones. These Ogrins are not giving up. Look at this. This is absolutely disgusting. Like they ripped off their arms and hands and gave them like these pointy chainy sticks. Absolutely horrifying if you ask me. There's not again the invisible sentinels. This one has a missile pod. This one has a pulse rifle, but they will meet their fate. This is actually doing anti-infantry damage. Disrupts any infantry, causing knockback, effective against infantry and aircraft. Yeah, you see it here, knocking back these Ogrins. More sentinels coming in. Now that he is tier 4, there is a possibility to get a Basilisk out here as well. And a Thunderbolt, if I remember correctly. Another wave bandwidth increased. Not using the commander Orca over here. His economy is in shambles because of that. He didn't get the, I think the Orca upgrades economy-wise as well, so this is all of a sudden closer than I imagined, because he was not decapping these points. So there's a hell of a lot of power. You could get some Medusas or get upgraded listening posts as soon as you build them, like this one. Like this one. Taken hold has been prevented. Actually, this is holding by Ghidragon after all. So this game goes a little longer now. The economy issue for MrBlueDude is that he has only one commander left that can call in strikes. I mean, he is hopefully reinforcing Commander Shivastos over here. Yes, he is. So there will be a second possibility over here using this very long range support of the ISO pattern camera. ISO pattern camera would be nice, but yeah, Sentinel has a railgun now, right? Yeah, look at this is my favorite loadout. Look at the Sentinel with a freaking railgun. So this is what is more awesome than that? I have no idea. Not much, I have to say. Now getting some economy back through Commander Farsight's drop in. Will be able to drop another drop pod with Commander Shivastos, and another commander can be called now, but he has put his resources into a Starflare Weather Thunderbolt fighter. I think he still has enough resources to get at least a tier 1 commander or tier 2 commander before this is out, so he can then also get a unit Orca out as well. Shivastos is being reinforced, so there should be the ability to get another one. We have now Vendetta Heavy Gunship over here, a tier 3 option for Vraksian Militia. A little weaker than the AG counterpart, which is tier 4, I think. And yeah, there comes the Thunderbolt, so we could see a dogfight over here. And this is a tier 4, you see it in the HP and you will see it in the damage as well, once it's over there. And we have also Honor, Shastra, Ovesa, we look at them in a second. There comes in the gunship and another one, so these are hard hitters over here. And there's also like the big tier 4 of the 8. in comes, yeah, he just wants to see what's going on, but you see it in the damage. This is a tier 4 fighter and this is tier 3 fighter, and this is, I think, more about anti-ground, anti-vehicle it looks. Vehicle aircraft building, yeah, vehicles, I think, not against this very potent fighter over here. And this should now finally be the death push. Sadly, we see no basilisk over here. This would be the absolute dream to see these ESO pattern basilisk which shoots like this blue tau balls, you could say. There's a missile launcher sentinel. I like the missile pod actually pretty well as well. It's on the side here. I will remember that whenever I am able to do so. Yeah, this looks really nice. Bastion. ESO pattern. Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. The mechanized command was being rebuilt, but I think this is no use in the end. We have too much stuff over here. There comes in now the big guy, slowly moving in, using his big rail gun. It looks like rail cannon is also jumping in very slowly, but he can jump as well. Now using has these shoulder-mounted weaponry, has this rail gun, has also like these abilities to overload his weaponry, overload his armor on demand, like having more armor, more HP regeneration, or more damage, I think. If I remember correctly. There's also Wusen, Commander Shavastos. The only commander I'm missing here is Torchstar, because he has the best voiceover, I think. This would be a dream to have for here, but yeah. I'm now just in wishing mode. So it's only the Renegade Tactica, and once this is done, this is over. It took a little longer than it should have. The last 5 minutes, I think it was all over, but at least we could see some of the tier 3 Vraksian units, like these Ogrins and the Grenadiers in action. Especially impressed I'm with the Ogrins here, how they survived, how much damage they dealt, and also some of the ESO units, especially the Sentinels. Are they still surviving, or did they all die in the end? It looks like it, but also the Star Flare, Thunderbolt. As I said, there's also a Basilisk over here, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, in the end, in general, not the most competitive match, but yeah, showing some unusual units and some good moments in the fights. A lot of bodies over the ground, so this was still a good game to cast, I think. So yeah, as usual, guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.